Hey folks, back at it again. It's J3 here with Gadget
Hello.
and Blink.
Sorry.
Hi.
This is our home stretch of Scooby Doo. This is the blue, which means we get to talk about Fred unmasking this phantom.
Yay? Question mark.
It's the end of the mystery. We're done. We can go home. During your
Oh,
turn, he gets 2K. On play, heal. On reverse with the pants in climax area, pay one, ditch one. Send that card to your opponent's clock. Look up the two cards on the top of your opponent's deck. Choose up to two from among them. Put them on top deck in a order. Put the rest in their waiting room. Huh. Yeah, clock kicking blue.
that's hmm.
So, a couple things here. Evan suggested this card for me. You're gonna see a lot of the Fred cards in this set are gonna do like I mentioned it earlier, but the Fred cards will do a lot of information gathering. So top two rearrange or like scrying or looking at cards, adding specific cards, that kind of thing. The idea with this guy is like this is like the way that you would 100% wrap up the mystery. You're taking the guy, the villain he's fighting, you're putting him in jail, and then you're making sure the next one doesn't get him because you're fate sealing too for the next swing. This used to be off of a book. You're gonna notice a lot of the Fred cards will have like book jokes on them because these used to be off books. Now they're off pants because
Because you
you'll see the
realize
next
book
card.
sucks.
No,
No, I'm just
there's a
kidding.
different reason, but yeah. I mean book does suck, but there's another reason why we did it. I don't know. Do we think pay one, ditch one is enough for? Because clock shoot is a free combo effect. So is pay one, ditch one enough to gain
Look at
A
two.
seal
second
two on the
free
opponent?
combo effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
I've seen cards be similarly set up to this. It feels about right.
I think I'd have to
Also
play with it
consider
more.
there's also no condition on this card, by the way. There's no if you have another character or blah blah blah. It's
Yeah.
just if you have the combo, you get to do it. Notably, because you fate seal on reverse, you are only able to do 2 lanes of this, and you would do the trial deck Scooby on attack burn 2 as your third lane. That's ideally probably how you play this, is you do that as your third lane. But you were gonna say something though. What were you gonna say?
I just am like, why not just get the Mocha and gain the ability on reverse clock kick? Because like the Mocha's like, I'm investigating the criminal and then I'm putting him in jail.
Yeah, you could maybe switch it. I think this is just like I've had this card designed this exact way from the beginning, and I haven't bothered to switch it around. I think because it plays so well into your trial deck strategy, and it gives you a payoff for playing the trial deck cards. But it probably reads better as a on attack Mocha and then gain clock shoot for cost. For me, this is a big flavor success.
Oh yeah.
I gotta give huge props to Devin for helping me come up with this.
It needs to be 500 smaller.
What do you mean?
On your on turn
Wait, are you
powers
sure?
1k, heals 1k, combos 500. It needs to be 9k.
On turn power is 1k.
Because during your turn it gets 2k, so it's 1k power. It's literally double. It literally just doubles.
Well, damn.
Did you think that you just
I
got?
just
Damn.
Can I just make the combo smaller? Well, no, hold on. No, that's not right. No. That's not right.
Because I
That's
thought
not
there
right.
was a card that was 95 that had all this
It
shit
is.
on it too.
It's Coco from Hololive.
The Kiryu Coco?
Ryu Coco is 9.5. It's 500 for every other Hololive character.
Yeah,
On play heal and then.
that's a
That's-
different
doesn't
condition.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's not. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I know the card I'm thinking of. How much power is the on-play mill to burn for soul triggers?
Oh, fuck me. What's
It's
the?
gotta be. It's gotta be 500 if the on-turn power is only 1,000.
Yeah, because it like yeah, literally during your turn, this card gets two. We have these conditions on like across like every fucking level. It's always just a 2 times. Being level 3 doesn't change that math.
Okay.
So
I was
then
just
I would
because
have
I
to
built.
change it to.
Do you need it to be 11.5 specifically in your head?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Could you maybe have it at 12k
It would
instead?
just have. It would just have to be 500 for every
12K.
other.
Or it's 9k base, and during your turn, if you have another character, you put a character condition on it, and now it's into 12k, or it swings at 12k.
No, it's fine. I'll just make it do the whole. 500 for every other.
I don't know how to feel about this card. Because the whole thing about Mocha is that you're just going to cancel on 3 anyway. But if we're taking this as red, then it's like you get the burn 2 for like on the Scooby. Man, but none of that stuff refunds your hand either. So it's like,
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't know.
really have a hand.
Why does this combo seem harder to pull off than triple Velma? And I just think Velma's better than this card. I'm gonna give it a B minus.
You might be right on there, honestly.
I think Velma's the best finisher I've seen so far out of this set.
Yeah.
Like pretty easily.
The next one is the
Give
one
it a
that
minute.
I think is yeah.
Is Turbo broken? All right, let's hit him. Let's hit the gas.
This thing used to
Alright, here
be.
we go.
Can I read it?
You read it as is, and I'll give the backstory to this card.
Yep.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
All right. On attack, pay 1, pitch 1. If you do, this card gets 2k, and on reverse, deal 1 to your opponent. Once per turn, at the end of this card's attack, pay 2 if you have the Magnify and another mystery character to stand this.
When I started this set, I wanted a card that was like the Nino Restander from Quint's set 1. The Nino is a card that can restand for 2 stock at the end of attack, and then on attack you get to, I think it's pay 1, ditch 1, and you get to heal.
It's heal on attack, I think, yeah.
It
You
is.
just like
It is
heal
heal
a whole
attack.
bunch.
Yep.
So you get to heal twice for each swing. So I was thinking, like, how broken would it be to do a burn 1 instead? Because, right?
Yeah,
The way this
Marika's
was-
been on the ban list for a decade.
So, like, if you look at the restand, originally this was a climax combo on attack, pay 1. If you have the climax combo, burn 1, and this card gains 2k until end of turn. And then it had on reverse, pay 2, ditch 2 to restand once per turn. So you could do that, and then burn 1 twice. It was a lot of stock, but basically with all the instances of burn 1 and the restand on top of it, it was just too good. So I had to rework it. First of all, this is off the Magnify trigger. We've been talking about it earlier. When you trigger this, you get to search your deck for a character, so it does help you play into the pay 1, ditch 1 by getting that. If you trigger it, you get to fulfill that cost. But basically, the way this is designed is you are only going to get 1 opportunity to reverse your opponent. In the normal line of play, you would have the climax, you would attack, you'd pay 1, ditch 1, and you would swing for 14k with the climax, right? You would win your lane, you'd do the burn 1, and then you would pay 2 stand this, and then you would just attack again for like 3 or 4 soul. That's the quote-unquote normal, as it's read, effect. The real way that you play this is you do the combo, you pay 1, ditch 1, gain 2k on your first swing, and then you side attack your opponent. And you hope that you trigger and give them ping 1 from your side attack. Then you do the restand, and then on your second swing, you pay 1, ditch 1 again, go up to 16k, and then when you get the reverse, then you get to burn them 1 twice. That's assuming that your first swing ends up being the 4 soul swing, and then you can actually get them down to the 1 soul. If you don't, then all you have to do is hope that your opponent is playing a character that is bigger than 14k but smaller than 16k, something like that. Because then you're going to lose that lane, but because you're reversed, you get to then still pay 2 to stand this off the combo, and then when you go up to 16k on the second swing, you can reverse them and then ping them 1 twice off that. There are still ways for you to get this to ping 1 twice, but you have to do the pay 1, ditch 1 on attack twice to do it. And you end up only being able to do it in like 1 lane. You have to have so you have to have 4 stock to play 2 of this, 4 more stock to do the restands, and then they each generate the 1 stock from attacking to do the burn effect. So you need a minimum of 9 stock floating. So 8 total stock and 1 floating stock, 9 stock total. You get 2 of these out. And then if you want the third one, it's like another 4 stock, I think. So this card used to just be a straight up war crime. It's arguably still a war crime, just because of how you can sequence the attacks. Not even considering that brainstorm we've been talking about for the last 3 hours can incidentally give the one in your middle position a soul to start with. So like
or
that
2
middle
soul
one,
if you play 2 of them down.
right? So like that middle one, if you side attack, is already gonna have that 1 or 2 damage in, which is a implication that I didn't even realize until tonight. Like having that conversation. You could play one lane of this in your center stage and 2 of the 1-cost Icy Tails that we talked about earlier as just beaters, and then have that be your win con. To just go, okay, side for like 1 or 2, restand, kill them on reverse, burn one, and then if you have extra stock left over, you just Icy Tail them. That is a line you can take.
Okay, let me be very clear. People
All
need
right.
to stop printing various versions of Marika and trying to pretend it's not Marika. Stock costs on a restander matter so much less because you're getting another swing. And I understand that this restand ability exists. It's like it's on Ruka from Rent a Girlfriend, and they printed it again and whatever. If your opponent just is like, oh, I'm just gonna swing with zeros or whatever, or like low level cards, like they didn't play a bunch of early plays, your side attacks get so much deadlier and your reversing is so much easier. Like this card becomes insane. And yeah, you don't have an on playability and oh, it's on reverse. I think if you put the first ability to once a turn, this card's fine. In fact, it might be not even that good because you don't have an unplayability.
Yep.
But I think getting the second instance makes this card very stupid.
Yeah.
And like, if I'm playing The Day I Became a God, right? Like I'm slamming a level 1 every turn, basically. Because I just, whether you're playing the choice version or the 2 soul version, you're just chaining the combo until you get to level 3, basically. This is then side for 2, front for 2, ping 1, next attack. So it's like, what are we doing? Why are we bothering to play any of this other shit? I would just play to play this. The rest of the set becomes irrelevant, it feels.
Can you remind us what Marika does?
Marika is on attack, burn 1, restand. The restand is once per turn, but the burn
is...
1 on attack is not once per turn.
Interesting.
And that was not even a climax combo, I do not believe. I can't 100% remember because I don't think that set had climax combo text at the time.
Oh,
but like Marika's been on the ban list for like a decade, and it's still on there.
I guess
Like,
it's just a card that I'm not even aware of because I don't think I've ever played against it in English.
they didn't bring it over in English. Nisekoi got nerfed. It was EN only or whatever the hell they call them.
So I think that you
the
brought up
only reason it is coming off the ban list recently is because Nisekoi is so old they can't support the card properly.
Yeah.
Like they play 8 door no combo, I think still. Or no, it's like they have an on reverse one, and then they play an empty door.
Oh god.
Just because if you trigger it with Marika, because her restand is pay to discard 3, I think.
Oh jeez.
Because this is
still play it.
older wise.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it was broken.
Yeah.
Because it's still like 3-1, 3-4-1.
And then if you trigger a door, you're just paying for your own cost.
I'm gonna admit this. Like I said, this has gone through multiple rounds of playtesting to make it quote unquote fair. I think that you made a ton of valid points, Blank. I'm not even gonna you're 100% right. If there's one card in the set that you would play to, it's this. But unlike Marika, there's so much lower investment on it. It used to be on a pants trigger. It's now on the mag trigger, which it helps you thin your deck of cards in the mid game and helps you get hand, which is arguably better than the hand from the pants trigger. This is definitely the I choose the power card of the set in the main Mystery Inc. stuff. I just wanted to see if there was a way to make this work, and it just sounds like you have to make it do the once per turn thing, or you have to have another upfront cost to it for it to not be broken. I guess this is kind of a learning experience for newer wise players, right? Nobody's played against Marika in English.
Don't worry, Alex is building it in JP right now because he lost his English deck somehow. So he's like, I'll just build in JP. The profiles are stronger there anyway.
Crazy.
Yep.
But the other thing about the side attacking with the magnify trigger is you can take non-soul triggers out of your deck, so you're more likely to hit the side attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
So this is a weird case where putting a proper level 3 effect on the card actually makes it helps bring it down some. Because right now the thing that's making the combination of effects so cheap is the fact that it doesn't have any other sort of level 3. So there isn't any other kind of investment. If this thing, I don't know, there's like a whole roster of level 3 effects that you could choose from that would actually get the job done. And I say this as being one of the reasons this card looks like this. But you just make the restand like cost more because it's not a level 3 effect. And that now you actually have like investment you have to put in per copy of this, which would probably help out.
So if we put this at like say the mob restand cost, this is pay 2, ditch 2 with a pay 1, ditch 1 for the burn ones. You're then going to like after you attack twice, like say you have enough stock for the first one, you are essentially going to stock 4 hand for this, depending on what level 3 effect you get. That goes to, we'll say you do one that refunds you a hand. You're literally at Marika.
Yeah, no,
there.
you don't do one that refunds hand. Like, I'm thinking like a heal, or if not a heal, because ideally I wouldn't actually want to heal on this. Not a plussing it hand effect, not a like damaging one, which kind of does just leave like heal or like power.
The other silly part about this is like even if it's just the power one, it still benefits this card so much because then you just are like taking your opponent out of memory kick range, and like even if they only do the first effect twice or once with the pay 1, it's like, man, even if you just pay for it the first time and get a restander, you are just out of counter range for a lot of things, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. There is the Levi restand that you could utilize here. That card has a climax combo. When you play the climax, you choose a character in your clock and you place it on stage. And then that has the pay 3, ditch 1, sack a character to restand, and then move it to an open position. So you could have like those 2 effects, and then maybe get like a coin flip burn or something on it, or like a 1k power, and that would put you at 9k. But I don't know. I think the bottom line here is this card's probably the least fair card in the set. It probably needs rework at this point, but this is also like the card that I had in mind when I started brewing this. I want there to be a way where burn 1, either end of attack or on attack, is fair, but honestly, the only way you're doing it is if you can't restand.
If we think about this in terms of modern combos, Heaven's Burns Red has a finisher from like their first set that does something kind of maybe what you're looking for, but it's weird. So it's an on-play heal and has pay 2.
Is this the one that burns 1 3 times?
No, this is it's pay 2, discard 2, and then you clock yourself, and you get 2,000 power, and you perform the following 2 effects in any order, and it's deal 1 damage and deal 2 damage. This is on top of your attack, so you're only getting 1 ping 1, but you're getting like 2, not necessarily swings worth of damage, but it's like it's kind of like that, if that makes sense.
There's also this choice finisher that says when you play the climax, if you have another character, you can send all your opponent's characters to waiting room and then pay the cost, which is ditch 1. If you pay the cost, you get to burn your opponent for 1. If you don't pay the cost, you get to sack all your own characters and then burn them 1 3 times.
What?
So you can potentially.
Unfortunately,
if it's the only character you
was...
field, and ping 1 3 times again. Either way, you're nuking their board. It sounds like Heaven's Burns Red has a couple cards that might be doable here. That ping 1, ping 2 is definitely interesting.
Yeah, it has. So you have to clock yourself because this group's whole thing was like accelerate, from what I understand. You get the 2k still like from this first effect, and then you get a burn 1 and a like a semi larger burn, but it has a hand. Oh yeah, and you can't clock yourself out of the game because it has a condition where it says you can't pay the cost unless your clock has 5 or less cards. So you can't kill yourself with this effect, basically.
Yep, the power does the same thing, and other cards just like a reminder, like, hey, you're not allowed, don't do it.
So technically there are a few ways to tie in Weiss with stuff like this, but if they put the condition on it, then you can't do it. But if we, for example, I don't 100% know how the math works on this card, but this card is not attacking twice, so it doesn't refund all stock cost immediately. You have to clock yourself, and you only get 1 ping 1 compared to this Scooby, who, while the cost might be a little higher, you have the stock getting refunded a little bit from the restand, which also allows you to trigger things that could refund your hand. And then you're getting 2 ping ones and 2 swings, which you can modulate with this magnifying trigger for potential soul modulation. And then you have that brainstorm in the back row that gives you some soul modulation. It just ends up being too much, I think.
Yeah, I get that. On attack, pay 1 or ping 1, ping 2 definitely kind of makes up for that. I think if you can get rid of the restand.
And it's like and this card has a level
It
3
feels
effect on it. Like the Heaven Burned Red
yeah.
card has a heal, so it's like you can't really clock yourself out of the game anyway on the first one, at least, unless your opponent's got burn counters and whatever.
I just think it's hilarious that I unintentionally made potentially like the strongest finisher Weiss has ever seen, like unironically without even trying to.
Well, the strongest one Weiss has ever seen was Love Live Superstar, because that one would just put climaxes in your clock, and you couldn't do anything about it. But
yeah.
I still have Alex's proxies. Eventually, we're gonna have a funeral for Love Live Superstar. But it's like the amount of times it's like, oh man, I would really love to have some ping ones on my restander, and it's like, well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
Yeah. Good old
um,
Mark.
I've never played against Marika, but it's like, technically we've had Gura, and Gura is basically Marika. It is a swing, a burn that could be considered a smaller swing, right? Like a swing for 2,
Yeah.
and then ping 1, ping 1. And everybody hates Gura.
It's
And
like a
now,
Mariko with extra steps because you have to put in the deck slots, but even then it's like barely an investment.
yeah, and it's like that costs even less resources than Marika. And then like this thing might technically be more hand than Marika potentially. If we change the restand to pay 2, ditch 2, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, oh, okay, you're gonna only get the burn one once, and then you'll be fine. And it's like, oh wait, if you side attack and get the reverse
Yeah.
later, that's the thing that breaks the
Yeah,
card.
when I had originally made this with JP, I was like, yeah. So if your opponent's in that sweet spot where they're playing a big deck, you get to punish them by getting the on reverse burn 1 twice by paying the cost twice. But like literally this week, I was like, hold on, if you side attack first, then you can get the double thing.
What if
twice
what
always?
What if it said this card frontal attacks you may pay cost?
In theory, that would be fine, but then I think it's weird, right? Because like this finisher then becomes like under spec, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, the power pump would have to go up.
It's like either the power pump has to go up, or like we give this thing an actual level 3 effect and put it at like 9500, because there's a card in Idolmaster Shiny Colors. It's got on play heal. The climax combo is pay 2, discard 1. It's burn 2 or 3 and it gains 2k, but it also has if the battle opponent is reversed and you have all of your level is like flipped face down, you can pay 1 and burn 1. Which, I mean, getting that condition is not very hard. They have multiple cards that can do the flip face down thing.
Fascinating.
And it takes a lot of stock, but the combo's on choice. And then we have
Right.
like the Heaven Burn Red thing we talked about. But I just don't think getting the multiple burn ones is where it's at. Like you can have big chunk, and 1 burn 1. And that's what this card is right now. But even then, there are cards that do that have level 3 effects. So I guess it's whether you want the restand part going on or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to come back to the drawing board with this. I think we should move on from now.
Yep.
Unless you got.
Wait, there's one more card I want to go over about this, and it's Buzz Lightyear. His climax combo is just on reverse clock kick. However, he has a pay 5, like discard 2 restand, and he has the ability to attack a back row.
Oh my god.
So he can get he can hit
too.
the double clock kick and 2 attacks off. But you need to be able to reverse, obviously. Although interestingly, I think you can do the back row attack first to just like guarantee one of the clock kicks, and then if you reverse the front row, you can reverse the front row and go from there.
Oh wow.
I'd have to read the card more specifically.
This is the translation I'm seeing on Encore decks. During the turn this card was placed on stage from hand. On
Mhm.
attack, you may choose one of your opponent's back row characters, and this card may front attack that character.
Yep.
So technically, you could knock out both their characters with this.
Yes, you can dodge combat with the front one. However, if you want to do multiple Buzz Lightyears efficiently,
Okay, sure. Yeah, you could do
you
that.
you want to do a one back row, one front row. But if you're just worried about like it getting answered and you just want to make sure you get the double clock kick, you can attack the back rows twice.
I'm gonna have to remember that card for when I eventually talk about another set that I did where I kind of had a similar idea with different execution.
Buzz Lightyear's
I think
also
that
9/5
card is very good.
just for the record.
Yeah.
So like there's like I don't know what card on here. I guess maybe the fighting back row characters is a level 3 effect. I'm
Yep.
not sure, but
That's a level 3 effect.
it is statted at 9/5. Yeah, three of two abilities.
Yep. It is I'm pretty sure it is a 1k level 3 effect to do that. Because I had to parse that out from what I was doing with it.
Like that card is really, really cool. The problem is that it's in Disney and I just don't care.
Yeah. Feel
Alright,
that.
we've talked about this card for quite a bit. Do we want to move on for now?
Absolutely.
We gotta rate this. I mean, it's probably like a triple S.
Yes, it is. Alright.
This card's on the ban list effectively, so.
Yep. Putting the
Dog.
hammer. Alright.
Oh god. Alright. Another S rank card here.
Oh lord.
Fred Jones and Daphne Blake is a 1500 power level 0 with the following two effects. On play, look at the top card of your deck and put it on the top of your deck or into your waiting room. And on play, pay 1, put the top card of your deck into your clock to search your deck for a level 1 or lower character.
It's Ichiguriki. The flavor here is that Fred is giving you information because he's looking for clues, and Daphne's tripping over herself and potentially finding something useful, which is usually your level 1 combo. This is the third and final SSP of the set. So your SSPs are your Brainstorm, your True Ricky, and your Field Plus, your runner. So the idea would be that all three of those cards are playable in every version of this deck, and you're probably playing 3 to 4 copies of all 3 of those. So good luck with Max Rarity.
Jesus.
I'll get you to print the max rarity for me. Appreciate you.
I'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll talk.
Okay.
Alright.
Negotiations.
Card's fine. I wish it was clean for all the experience stuff, but like, it's like
honestly, that'd be
pseudo
way too
clean.
strong.
It's not way too strong. Freaking Azure Lane's got it for free, and their second effect is way more broken than this thing.
I think the top check for info and 500 power is more broken than just this. You know, it probably.
It can activate every turn, so if you don't attack with it, it just goes off again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that, yeah.
God, Cleveland. He's so good.
Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland.
Alright.
I think
Oh
this
wait,
card is
I need to
pretty
rate this card. Whoops.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about this next one though.
Oh no, I did rate this card.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You can read this one though.
All right.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can read this one.
Yeah.
Me, my turn. Oh, this is a Rem clean cut. Basically,
Yep.
Oh.
gets a level in 15 if you reveal a mystery ink character off the top, and then you slide the sucker to backstage.
You know what's crazy is I wanted to give this a more interesting profile. It just turns out that like getting to reveal top gets you information and it gives you power. Those are both things that are flavorful for Fred.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, Rem clean cut. And Devin also recommended it to me, and I was like, I'm not gonna put Rem clean cut in here. That's boring. And then I looked, and it's like not only does ReZero have Rem clean cut, Slime has Rem clean cut, and Bang Dream has Rem clean cut. Like, I don't know.
There's a lot of Rem clean cuts.
Yeah, they're all blue and they're all the same fucking power condition. So I figured for consistency's sake, I would just make this the Rem clean cut as well. It's just fine. I said before, there's a couple cards in red that you might play this with. You might play it with the Kome or the Daphne that's a helmet. Like if you want to play clean cut, you can play this, but you don't need it in every deck basically.
I was thinking about how much I love the one in Summer Pockets, because that deck has like a million good targets for this. I don't think this set has quite the targets for it, because like the best target for it, and like my favorite way to use it in summer pockets, for example, is you take the card that you pay one, send a memory, when you attack with it, and then you clean cut it to the back row, and then boom, your card paid for itself to go to memory the next turn.
Yeah.
But the problem is the card you want to go in memory is in yellow, and you can't clean cut it.
Yeah.
This is a. I mean, now that I want to be playing the Hachima Kome profile, the combination of this just does feel like hella fun. I also have played a decent amount of like Dal with the think on that with the Dal 2 on reverse cigarettes, which is just like, oh baby, when that works.
Yeah.
That combination is very good, yeah.
That's another card that I thought about putting in this custom set, and then I was like, no, don't do that. Don't try to choose the power. It's too powerful. They haven't printed Kurumi again, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's Dio.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
It's come back.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Dio.
Kono Dio da.
Kono Dio da.
Kono Dio dumbass.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Shall
Kono
we?
Dio dog killer.
Oh god, you're right. You can't print this profile in this set. Because it'd be a flavor clash, because there's a dog in the main cast.
You gotta put it on one of the monsters.
Yeah, we have to double check that
Put
none
it
of
in
these
yellow.
profiles exist except for like monster profiles on Dio cards. Because otherwise we might as well just
That's gonna be something for the next set, I think. I was gonna do Aqua Ricky or Escanor Ricky, but maybe the cigarettes is the way to go.
Yeah, so that you can play it with the Fred clean cut. It'd be great.
We'll see. Alright, so this is Fred looking for clues. If you have 2 or more other characters, he gets 2k, so he's 6k cross turn. On reverse, if you have the pants in your climax area and all your characters are Mystery Ink, you can look at up to 4. No, I'm sorry, you look at 4. You don't get to choose, you have to look at 4. You choose up to 1 character from among them, put it to your hand. Choose up to 1 card, accept the card, put it to your hand. Put it on top of your deck, and then put the rest in the waiting room. So you get to choose your next trigger, your next attack, or set your top of your deck for your next turn, depending on how you want to sequence it.
Yeah, so at the end of it, choose trigger for the next guy, choose trigger for the next guy, kind of. No, because it...
Do I like this? I don't know if I like this.
This is, I said before, this is kind of like the Fiona combo from Spy Family. It looks at 1 extra card, and instead of rearranging, it lets you just pick the next card and put the rest to waiting room. So it does get you deck speed, which that card lacks. It still keeps the plus, and still keeps the potential ability for you to cancel a lane.
I think the reverse covers the things it does differently, so put it neutral.
Yeah. This was originally the Weiss combo from Ruby, but I tried to buff it to make it more playable, and now it's just this because it's easier to read, and we know that Fiona can kind of do this, but it's on attack, so...
I don't like this, actually. Like, I don't want to be forced to look at 4 and mill cards off. Like, the best part about Fiona is when you got to level 2, like, Fiona was big and still defendable at that point. So if you comboed again with Fiona, not moving cards is actually benefits. I'm forced to do these things. Like, I'm forced to look at 4. I am forced to put 2 into a waiting room. I'm forced to put 1 back on top. Like...
Yeah.
You can choose not to, but then you just mill the other 3. And at that point, it's just top check. It's on reverse. Top check
then it's
for
like,
red 1.
This on paper, like, first deck's like, okay, cool, I'm on board. I never want to do this again. And then it's like, oh, now I need to figure out, I need to be hitting my brainstorms and all this other stuff to be keeping my hand up. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I would rather supplement my deck speed some other way and this just be Fiona. Because, like, we have the camera and the camera bonder.
Right.
That card, while it's in standby, like, it doesn't have to be played in standby. Because not only does that pump this card 2k power for its reverse, you can pick up the event, which is already in blue.
Yeah, that's a line I hadn't considered. You could also just, like, have these guys just maybe die on the turn after you use them, and then scale into level 2 with your early play strategies. It's actually the next card we'll look at is the early play. So you could just do that, and like I said, just go play this until your second deck, and then just brainstorm it to get you the next speed, or use the events, and then
I
your
don't
level 2
know.
game.
Like if I just don't
honor.
want to have to use this at some point and feel bad for using my combo in the mid game. Like I'd rather play a more open.
Yeah.
I'd rather crash and like plus the card in my hand still than get a reverse with this and then mill off a bunch of climax because I have no control.
Yeah. Do you play Manami usually?
Let's see. I play Manami in Dragon Maid because it's on reverse. Look at 4, give something 2k. Yeah.
This is kind of doing that, but instead of giving the 2k, it's like doing the top deck thing.
Right,
That's
but
another way to look at it.
my problem is that I'm forced to look at 4.
This also,
I am not forced to look at 4 with Manami.
This refreshes
Yeah.
mid through, right? Because it's a 7 number.
Yes, it does. That's also potentially a downside that I hadn't considered.
This is weird and I don't like it, personally.
Mom, there's a weird combo outside.
I think the flavor's on point, but I think you're right. This could use a rework. Alright.
Good.
This is Rudy from Mushoku. If
It's not
I just am
actually.
like, I mean, close enough. If you have 4
It's
more
not.
mystery ink, gets -1 level. Oh my god, you printed eyes? Okay, sure.
It's not Rudy.
Great. Great. Love that for me. Man, eyes is so much cuter than this dog.
Sure, Scooby.
And then it's 4,500. All players can't play backups. This still has the synergy like you can do in Danmachi, where you can play your glasses events on this card's battle because it's only character backups that this prevents. So you have like that unique advantage here. I enjoy these profiles a lot, like a lot, because me just saying no, this thing is dead, like. The President in Kaguya is like one of my favorite cards of all time because not only can I say no, this thing is dead, but I can I have the clock kick to say no, this thing is staying dead.
Yeah.
And then Eyes Hexproof is like so nice. Like I've thought about hexproof early plays a lot when I've thought about custom stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know how I would do it. Like, how do I make this balanced? Because hexproof is such a powerful ability. Like, you've seen it. You guys have seen it. You guys have played English for the past, whatever time frame. Slime relies on the hexproof, and there are just some decks that can't deal with it.
Yep.
And Overlord. Ainz is the most annoying thing on the fucking planet. Like, I don't understand how that card survived the ban list.
Kill the 1/1.
Like, I understand it didn't have the tops, but it's like JP had an entire power reset.
Yeah.
Like they released free Rin, and I was like, oh, these combos are like, we're toning things back down. I'm on board with this. And then English like half did it, so now all the stuff is like, okay, so all the things that Japan hit that English didn't, that's going to rule the meta forever because all the sets that are releasing are in this new like powered format.
Yeah. Get ready to see Slime forever.
It's Slime and Overlord. It's going to be
Yeah.
and like 7 Deadly Sins, which is a unique like English problem. But I don't even know if it's like it's mostly because they have stock swap Fumio with the burn force, which is just like stupid.
It's not even that. It's because other sets have stocks with Fumio, like Bang Dream has that, and
yeah, but they're not all like that updated to do it.
Yeah, my point is that what pushes 7 Deadly Sins over the edge is the Elizabeth level 0 combo. You can stick extra soul triggers in your deck and continue to plus early without taking any downside because you have stock swap Fumio to keep you through the end game. Like you're not going to get punished for doing that, and you have more soul triggers in your deck than you probably would as a normal deck, so you can sometimes steal games in situations where you normally wouldn't because of them.
I mean, level 0 combos are like this thing where it's like, I like the design space of level 0 combos, but a lot of times they can end up being broken or complete garbage. And I've played both because Lord knows I'm still trying to make that Fauna deck work, even though the combo is literally the worst thing imaginable. It's like, I've also played Zombieland, where you're literally level 0 comboing every turn until you're ready to just, hey, you got climax on top? Go into your clock now, thank you.
My family also has level 0 combo, that's pretty solid off a bar.
That one's pretty good. It's like,
The Azure Lane.
Himeno.
Brainstormer.
Himeno was
Yeah, Himeno, absolutely.
the Project Sekai one where it's just check 4 add a character that's
Oh.
on a spammable brainstorm and it doesn't require you to sack the climax like Fauna does.
Or Himeno.
It's like, okay, we're getting a
Alright.
little off topic here, but
So
the point is,
how are we gonna rate this?
14K
Hexproof is a very strong ability, and I think Hexproof is awesome.
When it's used for good, it's good. When it's global and constant and vile, that's bad.
This one's 4 more. Means if you play multiple this down, you'll have to overplay stuff. I don't know.
That has to 0 though.
The maximum you can get out of this is 3 lanes and the 4th in your level.
I mean, yeah,
but
like
you can't hypothetically.
You don't want this in the back row anyway, so it doesn't matter. I like this card. I think Hexproof is good even if you just have it in one lane.
This is just a 14k Hexproof guy. He runs something down in level 2 and then it's like, alright opponent, do something.
I mean, and you have level swaps. You want to do the Don Machi thing, you just play 3 of it. And you just like, one will get in level eventually. And then we'll figure it out from there.
But the Don Machi one's your fucking climax swap and that's why it's so good.
Look, brother, I don't know what to tell you. He should have made his level swap. That's not my fault. So.
Yeah.
There was only so many rare and uncommon slots.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Blue Archive's drop search that level swap is on is a common.
Yeah, but that's a 2024 card. This is a 2022. So probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could take it or leave it, honestly. The Scooby is he's like they gave him a disguise to make him more courageous, like John Wayne. So he's like bigger than he normally would be for one turn. Then he goes back down.
When he realizes he's been tricked. Before my brain goes on, let's just move on to this Fred before.
Yeah. So, I don't know, Blank. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah, sure. When a pants trigger is placed in climax area, you reveal top card of your deck. If it is an event or mystery ink character, you can put it in a hand and discard a card. And then you've got pay 1, rest 2, flip 5 for pants triggers, and search. So this is kind of like the shot one, where it's got the utility effect, but both of these are like pants locked, which is like fine for the Fred deck.
I don't actually remember where I got the first effect from.
There's a few of these that exist in some variation. I knew one of the new Albedo Brainstorms has like, if you played a bar trigger this turn at the end of, or at the beginning of Encore Step, you can draw ditch, and like some interesting stuff like that. Like this is probably fine.
This was supposed to be on a book, and he's like reading a book in the image. So now that it's on a pants, it's kind of a flavor of fail. Yeah, if you're in 8 pants, you can play this.
No.
Because
like
you just play like
the card is fine.
Shaggy,
yeah, you just play one of the actually broken ones. Taking the soul one as printed, which I'm gonna say every time I talk about it, that card is fucking broken. It's just like, yeah, it's only one lane of Global Soul, but it is still global. It's like, consistently, I'm gonna have a soul here in this lane every turn. It doesn't matter what card it is, it's going to cave your skull in like I'm a cat from Azure Lane.
Well, okay. The thing about those though is that like the caving your skull was like 3-4-4 on like turn 1, and then still like 3-2-3 or something like throughout.
I mean, this is probably because I play more Azure Lane than play against Azure Lane, but I enjoy cats. I love like, oh lol, you 8-5, get fucked.
Yeah.
We hate cats.
Yeah.
We've all lost to it too many times with our locals.
We have. I feel like that's probably a rant that's already been had on the show at some point. I've done enough of these. It's come up. What hasn't
just
come
like
up
playing
is
New Jersey, so.
Yeah. Occupational hazard.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much.
So this is Scooby after the Puppet Master. when he attacks, if you have the magnify in your climax area and you have another character, look it up to 4, choose up to 1 character from among them, reveal it, put it to hand, put the rest to waiting room. So vanilla Maguro off of the magnify trigger.
That's a rare?
This-
Jeez.
Mostly for
Yeah.
the magnify trigger.
Yeah, this is like this is just a card that, like, if you're playing Scooby Waifu, you can play this as your level 1 combo if you want to go into 8 mag and you don't feel like playing the Shaggy and Scooby with the ghost sword thing. It's just kind of a card that I put in here. I don't think there's any flavor here.
How does he run like that? Because I feel like
Yeah.
You put your
I feel
right
like
arm in, you put your right arm out.
he looks like his bones should be damaged.
This is how you know Scooby-Doo is a cartoon, because their dog is made of rubber in this image specifically. And normally he's not. It's just that every now and again.
He also, like, at some point, like, definitely blows up a universe in canon. Like, like he literally does. It's very silly.
Wild.
All
Yeah.
right.
Alright.
It's insane.
So this is Fred parting ways because he likes to do that. He likes to split up. This guy is 1,000 for every other character, and then when his battle opponent becomes reversed, you can look at top 2 and rearrange. Link is right. This is just Toka from Data Live. This is your real 2/2 standby target with the Daphne.
Did you print the 1-0?
No, I did not. I don't think I did.
Oh, don't think I did.
I don't think I did. I'll have to see. We haven't seen it yet, so. This card, I realized this week, actually combos really well with a Daphne level 3 standby, because this can guarantee that you have the character for her top check reveal burn.
Oh, yeah.
So, incidentally, this is a card that you'd always just probably play 4 of in standby.
Okay, so the other thing, this pairs, like, ridiculously well with glasses.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, these 2 cards are clean. I'm gonna mill them. Thanks. You essentially get like a double damage scry, and then your brainstorm procs, you get another damage scry.
As long as you swing with the thread last, yeah. Holy shit. So what? You have like Fred, Daphne, Fred. You go Fred swing first, Daphne swing second, Fred 2 swing third, and then you have the Velma in the back with the glasses.
Shit, so that's insane.
All right.
And then you play like double
lanes,
brain. You're playing double brainstorm because your standby combo goes to the front row. So you have the check 3 that gives you the soul in the center and can get you the event in your hand, and then the other one to do the damage cry. I think, standby might be broken, brother.
Yeah, maybe.
We tried so hard.
It's all profiles that exist. Don't worry. Oh wait, put together. We're kind of goofed.
That's exactly what I'm saying. This is why I haven't gone full dark materials on standby, because like I was like, well, what standby target is? Oh, I know. It'll be Fred, because he can on reverse look at top 2. That's flavorful, and he'll even be off color with the Daphne, so it'll be an effort to play him. Oh wait, no, because color doesn't matter when you play standby. It's just 10-5 cross turn, you know.
I think actually a lot of it gets solved if you take the backup off of glasses.
That's the whole point of the event, is that you can do that. The reason I made it that way is so that I could play cigarettes as a counter.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I'm
just telling you what would solve a lot of problems really quickly.
I don't even know if this is a problem so much as just a good thing you can do in this set, right? Like I don't think that's an issue. I think that's perfectly fine to have, because it's one lane at the end of your attack.
That's the whole reason Data Live got banned.
Well, Data
it's
Live,
because they had the rearrange into damage scry into I'm gonna cancel on perfect math, and you're never gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah, but also the things that they banned, the thing that got banned was the fucking Kurumi that had like a fucking copy of the Communist Manifesto stapled to her climax combo. So
like ultimately I understand that, but what was also on the ban list was Toka, and Yoshino.
Holy shit.
Because it was the card that would like damage scry, and you could technically put the card to bottom of deck, so it wasn't quite damage scry, but it was basically damage scry. The brainstorm that would give cross turn power because it bounced back. and the Yoshino Adachi that could like bounce around and do all the field swap stuff.
Blank believed the 2-2 was on the list at some point. I checked, and it's never been on any ban list, English or JP. They only ever hit cards around it. As of right now, only the Brainstorm and Yoshino are choice restricted in both formats. Does that automatically absolve the Fred? Doubtful, but it does mean that Bushi is now at least hypothetically comfortable with the set having the 1-0 and the 2-2 together in a deck. Food for thought.
And Japan chose My Little Shido over the Brainstorm or something like that, right? A slightly different version of the shit they pick for.
No, because you essentially have to pick the Brainstorm because they don't have another bounce back card. Although my Little Shido came off the ban list very quickly, if I recall.
Yeah. So potentially needs more testing, but yeah. No, I appreciate that insight. It's this is the kind of stuff where I'm like, damn, if my brain wasn't more fried, I would 100% be on you with that. That's a line that I hadn't considered. But yeah.
Honestly, it seems really cool, but I'm worried about, again, if we take that green Brainstorm at face value, does that break standbys? I don't know is that too much soul push for what a standby deck is supposed to be doing? And then is all the damage scry stuff too good with the event? Because the event specifically mills 2 also. So it's the Fred sees perfect knowledge before you take your next instance of damage, and then you mill, and then you look at the top and it's still not a climax, and now you've moved 3 cards that would have been damage.
Yeah.
Or if you see the climax and you rearrange them to where you cancel even better than normal, that's just what Toka was doing.
You could argue that having a torch would also get you to see those 3 to 4 clean cards, but
yes, there's a reason they didn't print that.
Well, yeah, you don't have the information up front. Is your point, which is what these cards are giving you.
Yeah.
All right.
If there's a marker underneath this, gets 2k, and on reverse, salvage ditch, and top check reveal. If it's Mr. Ink, you get it as a marker. This is Miku.
So
this is
it's
one
either
of
Miku or it's Black Panther. I don't remember exactly.
You got to be a little careful because your opponent can force you to discard if you don't have anything in waiting room to get. But card's good.
So. Oh wow.
Choose at it doesn't say if you do put in a waiting room. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
return one to hand.
I'm pretty sure Mercilin and Hanbo is also worded that way too.
The Yor and the Spy Family TDs worded the same way as well.
God.
This is just it's just Scooby get big because he's pretending to be a monster. It's just kind of funny. I think there's a bunch of better plussing zeros than this, but it's really good in the Scooby deck. And
honestly, if the double
playing Scooby waifu.
If the double rare green, man, actually that card's only 3k. Maybe I would play this because it's either this or the runs away for me. I don't think there's actually much better that I've seen plussing zero wise.
You play a vanilla coin flip, I guess.
Dude, I've done enough of that to last a lifetime. I played JoJo's Part 5 for so long, coping that we would get more sets.
Yeah.
The monkey's paw finger curls.
Right. Oh no, I'm very happy with Jotaro. This is the Kanata from Hololive, right?
No. This is God, I know that I've seen this before. I can't tell you where. I know that I've copied it from somewhere.
I mean, Makima also has the effect.
Yeah. It's on play, pitch 2 mystery trade characters to look at the top 2. Grab one for your hand, put the other in your stock. This is the profile that I put in fucking Arc Knight set 1. On a closure, kept it in yellow. This is a blue.
This card's rad.
Yeah. This card rocks.
Back when I was still coping on the fact that I thought I could play Aki. This card let me get off a third Aki one time for regionals, and then I milled 0 off of the bottom of my opponent's deck, despite having max events. The first one milled 0, the second one milled 1, I think. And then the last one also milled 1, and he canceled the burn 1 and all 3 attacks.
My God.
I think it's just an equal sign for me. There's not really any flavor. It's another card with Velma on it that you can play in Velma Waifu. But
oh wait, yeah,
this card might.
Fuck, this is a blue card you can play in Velma Waifu. All right, never mind, we got there.
Yeah. So there's
baby, fora.
Absolutely.
there's potential implications of this. This is one card I haven't tested very much, but potentially getting a bunch of extra stock in this set can be busted, but hasn't. I don't know. Needs more testing.
Fair.
All right. This is Scooby Show Business. During your turn, if you have another Mr. Ink character, it gains 1500 power. And then continuous experience. If you have Scooby Courageous Disguise, which is the President early play, in your level, it gets 500 power, and on attack, reveal top. If it's level 1 or higher, put it into your stock. If you were following us for the Pikmin set review, this is the one card I was talking about in that set that I was like, I regret putting in here. Originally, this was a card that had a accelerate effect and then on reverse gained ability. I changed it out for this because I wanted to see how this was, how good this would be. Turns out very good. These sort of like on attack reveal top gain stock if it's a character are insanely strong if they're not like turned on by something. Like the Giovanna in Guilty Gear, crazy card. It's just a continuous. The Melon Hololive, less good because you have to actually use an act ability to get that effect turned on. So I don't know. This card needs a rework 100%. It's kind of on point for flavor because Scooby in another costume, but having tested this card like 2 days after making it, I am really regretting making it this way. It's not technically like an unfair card or anything, but sometimes when you play this deck, you end up doing your level 2 turn and you'll brainstorm and play the President, and then you'll have like 1 stock left, which is not enough stock to do your finishers. With this in the deck, it just you turn your brain off, you just slam 2 President, and you still have like 2 or 3 stock going to level 3 turn, and you generate 3. So you always have the stock. It's a fair card, but it's not a card that needs to be printed. It's not a card that needs to exist. And with level swap, the experience condition is very easy to get.
I don't know. I think I'd have to take your word for it. Like, the card seems good, for sure. I don't know if it's, like, this super enabler. This isn't Stockata. Like, Stockata is an insane, like, infinite value engine versus this, where it's like, yes, you still have to attack with it. Yes, you have to meet condition. Yes, you can still whiff your card, especially because you're putting your higher level cards in your level because you need experience.
I think the main problem with this is that it pushes out other auxiliary level 1s that you might want to play. If you're in blue, you might do the Shimakaze, you might do the Glasses event to help you get consistency, you might try to play the Scooby Snacks, but why would you ever do any of that when you could just use this to build stock and then, like we've been saying all night, play the Scooby and Shaggy Brainstorm to give your mid-stage +1 soul?
Well, because they're additional cards you can stock off of this.
I was about to say, running events with this is, like, really good because they're all level 1 or higher. And then, like, all that stuff has different utility than this card. So I think playing them together is actually better than, like, something getting pushed out. Yeah. Also, did you really just say I'd play a vanilla Shimakai?
Some people will.
I don't know, you might. It makes your Fred stronger. It scales them into level 2 better.
Brody, I already told you I ain't playing that goddamn Fred.
I know, but you could. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should do that, just that you can do that.
It's like, oh yeah, you can totally build this deck with the subpar cards, and you can play these other subpar cards to your subpar cards even better.
Is there a world where you go the Daphne standby level 3 as a level 2? Level 3 is the Velma finisher, so you're playing standby door, and your blue fix is the fact that you're doing this at lower levels.
That would be
actually
pretty hot, actually.
That's basically how Guilty Gear is functioning.
Yeah, we did. All right.
Okay, so yeah.
Instead of Jocko standby, then yeah, that's 100% what Guilty Gear is doing.
we can absolutely. All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't know 100% if this set has, like, the plussing at this low of a level to do it, but also you have that Shaggy that's like whenever you play a climax, just get a glasses event out of your waiting room. So maybe you do.
Pay 1, salvage glasses.
Pay 1, get glasses.
Because also this is also a deck that has everyone in it because it's got Velma, it's got Daphne. Hypothetically, you could be running like the level 2.
The other crazy thing you can do is you can run, because you have to consider, right? Your level 1 standby target is your climax combo. You could run a 3-3-2 split 6 standby 2 door and still play to this, because if you get the standbys at level 0, cool, then you have the combo. And if you don't, you can just go into this and still milk through your deck with Scooby Snacks if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Either way works.
Super like event heavy standby. I can dig that. Yeah.
With door finisher.
With
Just
door
why not?
finisher and a freaking soul pumping brainstorm.
Oh man.
You need some amount of Velma cards to make the glasses event work, but then like all your other green cards can be your like Shaggy and Scooby Runner, your Pump Soul Brainstorm, and like
Right,
I don't
you
know,
just
your
play the
You play the
you just
salvage
play
brainstorm.
I was about to say you play the salvage brainstorm and the check 3 brainstorm.
Yeah.
Because then you
Yeah.
get to do the damage scry play where it's just like I'm never taking damage, fuck you.
Yeah. Your backstage is just 2 level 0s that just brainstorm every turn.
Well, it's like if you're just playing
Or
the
Fake Tango.
if
You
you,
Chainsaw Man 8 standby now.
that's what I'm saying. It's like if you're just summoning your standby combo to the front row, like your freaking Azure lane,
Yeah, you've got back
Who's-
row clear. You have the
your
clearance.
back row is clear for whatever. And it's like I haven't been super impressed by the assist in this set or anything, so maybe the utility is just
Yeah.
better.
That was an intentional design choice. I
Dude,
wanted to go for
And then
we're
that-
like demonic,
and
dude.
that-
We're
that-
we're creating terrible like game breaking ideas.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. To tell him.
this is why we don't put standby in custom sets.
This is why you have to be extremely careful with custom sets, because all of this stuff, like almost all of it we've talked about, exists.
Yeah.
Like almost all of his cards are like this is a real thing, and yet we're still just like shattering what the game is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, this is why I err on the side of caution.
And in the process, we will find something
Yeah.
in your custom set.
Dude,
It's
that's
also
if I
the-
ever even finish mine. This is the first time I've opened my laptop since like December. My
Oh,
computer
God.
literally was like, "Hey, your time is off." It thought it was noon, December 2023.
Oh dear God, your poor machine.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell this thing's doing, but I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, it's a 140 card set. Like, there's bound to be some stuff that we didn't catch. I mean, Hololive Volume 2 is 120 something cards, right? And they didn't catch the Ayame stuff until it was too late. I'm not claiming that it's going to be perfect or anything, but it's also like this is what I was saying before. Like, you completely understandable that this is something that I hadn't considered, as particularly with standby. But you know, it's just like a cautionary tale. You really do have to look at your whole custom set in scope when you're looking at some of these effects. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
talked about with the Pikmin set, right? We didn't even realize that, like, I guess maybe you realized it, JB, but I didn't even realize that you could stand by the green guys without fulfilling color requirement and then incidentally get the 2 ones out
Yeah.
at level 0. Like, that's an insane implication that you don't consider until you've looked at the entirety of the set. Anyway.
The Scooby got big teeth.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So,
Is this card statted correctly?
Yes,
hold-
it is.
That's the wild part, right? So this is a bottom deck bomb, a 1/1 bottom deck bomb with a soul trigger on it that has a character encore. It is statted correctly. My God.
I think this
It
just
reads
got
really crazy.
Wait.
printed, actually.
Wait a minute.
It did not just get printed.
Higher EP bottom deck bomb.
Here, I'll
Is
link you the card.
okay.
So I know this just got printed in some set recently.
This is the Sayo Adachi from Rosalia Poppin' Party for
Oh
Bang
yeah.
Green.
Isn't this isn't
On
this-
reverse bottom deck, and then it has character encore. Not even traded character encore, just regular character encore.
Yep.
I think the first one of these I ever saw was actually a 2-1, and it was in Fujimi Fantasia Bunko on one of the girls from Akashic Records. I love Akashic Records. When they announced Fujimi 2, I was like, oh my god, we're going to get a re-roll to see if we can actually get some playable cards. Let's go. Because I didn't end up buying the deck because it was like I have an on-reverse search combo and an on-reverse restand combo.
Oh man.
This is dog shit. I'm not building this. Like the best card in the deck was a fucking on-reverse Rize that was a double rare. No other text.
God.
Oh, and you needed to play that on-reverse Rize as part of your restand cost. It was pay to discard that specific card
Broken.
on reverse. And your on play ability was bounce a character, get 2k. So you
What?
couldn't even like dig for it. It was absurd.
on an on reverse restand, they print 2K.
It was like bounce a character, gain 2K. So like it's super anti-synergistic.
Holy shit, dude.
Like, oh yeah, you can bounce the back row thing, and it's like that is correct. You can do that. And what are you doing with your third one that you play? It's like you're not bouncing anything because you need a reverse. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So this card he's just looking big, you know. He looking big. He's looking to face down a big guy and eat him. I don't know. That's the flavor. There's not much there.
You're probably never using the hand on core, but it just makes your card smaller, which is a good thing. So
Yeah.
Yep. Now you're thinking.
And I mean, hey, if there's a world where your opponent double early plays and it's like, all right, eat the one, go over, eat the other one on my next turn anyway.
my problem with these profiles is you have to hand on core twice if you want to do that. So it's like it gets weird.
You only have to hand encore the once as long as you don't need to, like, save it the second time.
So that you're expecting your opponent not to clear a 3500 card?
Well, yeah, because the idea is, like, it's your opponent's turn. They've played 2 cards, so you want to kill. You only get to kill the one because you only have the 1 copy of the bomb. But then you encore it going into your turn, and then on your turn you kill their other lane.
So you're expecting them to crash your early play into this thing?
No, I'm expecting them to have 2 lanes that can survive whatever else is on your board. Oh, right, because...
Because you would
Well,
play
it's
the
not
bomb
their
down,
side,
you
the
bomb
one
the early
line.
play, you hand encore, it's their turn, they kill it again, you hand encore, then you kill their second early play.
I see.
You have to hand
Yeah.
encore twice to do this.
Okay.
Because I always thought the card was
Okay.
cool on paper too when I saw it in Akashic Records. And then I was like, oh shit, I gotta do this twice.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
I guess that I'm thinking more like that first attack is a side attack, or it's like a thing you stand. No, moving on. I could be wrong.
So we're gonna wait, let's print Yoshino with hand encore. That'll be brilliant.
Nope. We have
What do you-
established I've already done too much with Toko. We're not putting Yoshino in the set too.
Alright.
This is a memory kick counter. You know, you ever like, you know, like when you wake up and then you feel like a side of beef?
I kind of do want like a side of beef to eat at this moment.
Dude, I'm gonna feel like a side of beef when I wake up for locals. It's 5 a.m.
Every
Yeah.
day I wake up, side of beef on that.
There's no like thing they have to say about this. It's just memory kick. It's cool.
Cool.
It's a funny Fred pick. Hang on.
And then in a row we have go from one hook to a different hook. No, this is not the hook. This is a level 3.
This is not the hook. This is Choco from Hollow Live. On play heal, on attack, ditch 2, turn 1. It's fine, it's playable.
Yeah.
I love Jabril.
Who's Jabril?
Jabril from No Game No Life, way before Choco.
Right, that's right.
And I figured out No Game No Life has a rammer in it, and I about lost my fucking mind.
Wait.
I was like,
Wow.
oh, what? They have rammers? I need to build this now. I love rammers as a profile. That profile is just really
Same.
stupid.
I mean,
You know, honestly, do you think this deserves the uncommon slot at this point in history, or does this need to still be a rare?
it's
I
fine
think
at uncommon.
No Game No Life's was in their TD, and that's like a bajillion years old now.
Yeah.
So
If it was
Well,
TD and
Hollow
no game,
Lives
no
was
life.
also in their TD, so...
Yeah, this card is like an uncommon.
well, you need to put it in your
maybe-
TD then. So
Yeah, maybe you can even put it
Yeah,
in
but
like
the
a.
Scooby's in the TD, though.
we'll just print multiple. Just say screw the rules.
Yeah,
I
wait.
make the rules.
Put the Scooby profile on the thread and put this profile on the Scooby. Do the old switcheroo.
No?
What is this?
Anyway.
So-
that man
so
looks off
in this-
model as shit. Oh god.
So in this episode, there's like a dance competition that Shaggy and Scooby enter, and they do this thing called their taffy twist, which is they get a big thing of taffy and then they pull it together with their dancing. But then halfway through it, they just start eating the taffy because of course they do. Taffy is sticky, so it makes it so the character facing it is stuck where they are and they can't move. I'm pretty sure this is just the Corone level 0 from Hollow Life. There's a Corone that does this.
TD Corona, I bet, yeah.
Are we sure about this like thing at the bottom? This condition?
What, one or less other characters?
Is this card really only 3k for having one or less other characters?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
That's pretty pathetic. I don't like it.
Yeah. Quick sauce.
It doesn't kill anything.
But it is sticky and it tastes good.
Wait, yeah, hold on. What do you mean it doesn't kill anything? It's a 3K.
All the runners are 3500, so
Hold on. So
He's got
nothing
you there.
can...
Next card is just a free runner. They got this whole flying carpet thing going
I was
on.
about to say, are they on a
Moving it to
flying
plus.
carpet or are they sinking to the bottom with the parts of the Titanic?
No, flying carpet.
Near.
It looks like it's a
Far.
door though, right? Like it's
It does
Yeah,
kind of
kinda.
look. Next one's
Fred's,
grappling hook.
sizing up the. Fred's sizing up that ass.
I believe that they
Think-
spend way too much time together to go after people
Enough,
that
yeah.
are
Phenomena.
phenomena.
I
I was gonna insult Daphne pretty bad, but I stopped myself.
Good call. So yeah, this grappling hook. It's great. Look at it.
This is Fred with a lasso. Flavor because he hooks.
Dude, do you know who Ted Lasso is?
No, who's that?
Dude, I don't even remember, but I know Ted Lasso's like a real person, I think,
I
or
think-
he's a character.
Yeah,
Oh, Ted Lasso's a comedy drama series.
yeah.
So now I just see Fred Lasso, and that's all I think about.
I've seen all of season 1 of Ted Lasso actually. just wanted to know if you guys knew who he was too.
I was like, I've heard this name somewhere before. Like, what's going on? Fred Lasso is insane.
The idea of getting a pump and then immediately just sacking this so that you're like a non-reverse combo or something can go and kill the thing that you moved up is just really smooth. This card is so good. The fact that it's a common is impressive to me.
Pretty sure this card was a common Attack on Titan. That's why I got it from. And it
Dude.
being a level 0 means you can actually get it off the Reiner level 1 combo, which is cigarettes.
Freaking burn 6 per game. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
I had somebody actually hit 6 on the fucking Reiner one time, and I was like, I really hope this cancels.
Fair.
Probably don't need to rate this one. This is just a 4K. It's another blue card that has Daphne and Velma on it in case you need to play it in the waifu deck.
Oof.
This is a better 4K than the no events one in this set.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's true. If
I
you're
still
not...
think I'd play the marker cards though over any of the 4Ks.
Yeah.
Right.
God. Your drop search is a level 1 5K.
Yeah.
Cruel and unusual punishment to voice players.
It's not even a freaking double rare like it is in Grisaya.
Oh my god, Tom.
Why
You
is
gotta-
that double red?
Pain.
Nobody knows, bro. It's also the only double rare in green.
Pain.
In Attack on Titan Season 1, there was this Hanji card. Number 1 oddball Hanja. On play, you can pay 1, ditch 1 if you do. Search your deck for a core or Titan character, reveal it, put it into your hand. The card is 2k, and it's an uncommon, and it's a level 0. So you mean to tell me that they printed a card in Year of Our Lord 2016, 2017 as a level 1 double rare?
Yes.
That's bonkers.
I don't know
nothing
when
here to
first
say flavor-wise.
Grisaya came out. Now, to be fair, it did also have on play gain 1500 power.
What? So it's
So it swung
6K?
at 6k
Oh my god.
as a level 1 in green of
Green
all
of all
colors,
colors.
as the only double rare in green, remind you.
Wow.
But not even. Hold on.
Very
The
cool.
fucking ticket combo, the restand combo in green was a rare.
It's a rare, it has no on play effect.
Yeah, because it's a 1500
And
restand
it's-
combo, and it's a level 3 effect. But still, oh my god.
Card was a rare.
Okay.
We love Grisaya.
Yeah, I opened like
Alright,
8 boxes of it and then gave
I'm-
everything
I'm-
but one deck to a local.
I'm not changing my score from Boo, by the way.
No, it's fair. All right,
Keep it. It's spooky.
newspaper man. Oh yeah, you feel that this one wanted to be book.
Day one on trigger check of pants. You can look at top 2, rearrange, and then give a character 1K.
Yeah, it wants to be a discard from hand.
Mm,
Well, actually, wait, no, because it's still getting the pants trigger out.
Yeah, but like now your pants plus just turned into a pants.
Yeah,
Like,
your pants stays a bit.
You-
Yeah.
it's like your class assist didn't help you with the problem of pants trigger.
Well, I mean, so you get one in your hand, but now it's not stuck in your stock if you triggered it first.
I mean, yay.
And then you check 2, you're not gonna do it again. You know ahead
Until
of
you see
time.
the double pants on top of your
Until
deck.
you,
Yeah. You might do it one more time.
you hit the 3 and 37. Just all there.
Yeah, you have 4 directly on top of decks. No matter how many times you're always seeing a pants.
You just gotta take off the
You're
pants.
always
It's fine.
Fred doesn't want to take off his pants. He's too busy with traps.
Yeah, he's too busy reading the newspaper. He's still busy getting information for their next mystery.
I like traps. And I also like traps.
I don't even remember what series the series was called. Was it Mystery Incorporated? Probably
Yeah.
Mystery Incorporated.
Probably.
Where Fred was like so obsessed with traps, like he didn't take care of his relationship with Daphne. So they like broke up basically.
Yeah!
It was like, what in the world is going on?
We
Like, Fred, why are you sexually attracted to traps? Like, more than your own girlfriend.
Because she's got the Felix body pillow in the back of the mystery van. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I don't know. Can we rate this card an F already? Like, let's...
Yep. It's definitely not good.
I mean, like,
Oh.
it's the only level 3 or higher 2K assist I've seen on a 2-1. So, like,
Yes.
I gave it something, but this thing's, like, not...
I don't even have anything for this one. I just wanted a card with Scooby on the surfboard.
Understandable.
Alright,
The
next
best.
card.
Behold.
Hey, look, it's money counter.
Yeah, but it's not even good money counter, so who cares?
You are correct. I want it to be balanced. I didn't put it super crazy.
It's so weird, because, like, regular money counter is, like, really good and arguably broken. But these money counters
That's just bad.
are just unplayable.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, I haven't found a deck to put this in yet. I just thought it was so funny that I got this really high-res, detailed picture of the Confederate money that Scooby gets from the
Shit.
inheritance. And, like, how could I not put it on the card that is money?
Money counter.
Alright.
I don't like that it's called Confederate money. Like, I know it is Confederate money, but like I don't want to ever play that event.
It's you could also count it counterfeit money and it would be equally true.
Yeah, that's a different episode.
Oh my god.
The Confederate money and the counterfeit money are 2 different episodes.
Wait. Okay, hold on a second. I have questions about this next card
Let's
and
talk
why
about
you
it.
thought this was okay. So you're gonna tell me you printed that Scooby-Doo piece of shit, and then you're gonna put this on top of it? What is
Oh.
wrong with you?
It's 3 stock, dude. It's almost
I
never.
don't
almost
care.
never
The re-standard refunds half of itself.
But that means that
Also, you could put this on the fucking Velma.
That is true.
Dude.
It's 1 extra ping, 1 on the cancel burn one. That's all it is.
where does this where does this exist?
This is a Beaufry card.
Alright.
Yeah, both free.
As long as I can give it the plus, it's gonna pass from me.
Dude.
It's technically fair, but
Well, that's because all Beaufry's finishers suck. Their best
just don't know
finisher was the freaking, like, off finisher that was, like, on play Musashi.
What, the
Yeah.
atrocity meeple doesn't do it for you?
no.
I actually like that card.
Yeah, that card's great.
I don't want to pay 5 ditch 2.
You don't for 1, 2, 3.
I was about to say, first off, it's literally you only have to pay the cost once, and we just talked about this Buzz Lightyear you're trying to do twice.
Yeah, so like, it's perfect. Like, yeah, you only need one lane. Also, you only need the one lane to be the maple. So then you just got 2 lanes to do whatever the fuck you want with, which means you could do like any kind of draw finisher stuff. I feel like I have a trusty maple look coming up in Arknights, and I feel like that may be actually a breaker of some kind. Anyway,
Okay.
I mean,
I
look,
think the
wanna-
malt
I
shop
wanna talk
might be
about-
too much.
Yeah, I mean, so like my thing with it is if you're doing any of these top ends, you're gonna having to pay 2 stock up front for each one that you're playing, plus 3 for this. In Daphne's ability is free, and you're standbying, so that might be a little strong. The Freds both pay 1, so you need to have 8 stock to do this. The Velma's a pay 1, so again 8 stock. The Shaggies, you actually need something like 12 or 13 to double.
Well, even
paying
like
off
Shaggy,
that one.
I'm not even particular. What I'm saying though is like so you got that Scooby with the Mel that's always active,
Yeah,
and I know you said we were gonna change it, but I'm taking everything at face value.
sure.
Stock charging that like over and over again with the salvage brainstorm and like the cigarette events, like that doesn't seem very difficult to get a metric fuck ton of stock.
and if it arguably was, you can just run the Shaggy bag.
Oh yeah. If we're talking about like bag trigger, right? You could like in theory sacrifice your compression and never pay out the bags or whatever, and just be like, no, I'm gonna slam 2
Two of-
malt shops
Yeah.
and have cappuccino. So you're gonna eat
Yeah.
4 burn ones on each attack this turn, and you're gonna die.
I would absolutely play that. Holy shit.
Like that's a real thing that could happen. If you're just like, nah, I'm gonna run this choose my trigger card, but I'm gonna do it to intentionally trigger back.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And you have like the stocking card and like because like the payoff for any of your color experience, which I think is just the Velma actually, to be honest. But like you're in 3 colors with the mystery ink crew. This stuff's not going to be that hard to run together inherently.
Yeah, probably not. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever sleeved this card. I think I've just tried to play to my finishers, my win cons. So,
I mean, if you can throw this on top of your win, you got a uber win con.
Yeah.
I've just never seen this card do anything in any other set that it's in, so I thought it would be just fine to kind of put in. I mean, this is the last thing
Well,
that happens in the episode is they go to the malt shop at the end. Like, it's the kind of way, the perfect way to cap off your end game strategy. But
Well, the other thing is like I haven't seen this card put in other sets. As far as I know, like to get stuff like this, your set needs to be lacking finishers that have multiple instances of damage on it. Like Beaufrey technically has one, but you can only do that combo once. And it costs a ton of resources to where you might not even be able to malt shop or whatever they call it in Beaufrey. The new Grisaya event, you need 5 of these like literally all commons because they made this entire like sub name thing for this event.
Oh god.
And
yeah.
it's you with the split book deck. That's basically what it is. And your payoff card is this 3 event where it's like give a character cancel burn like the following. You cancel, you burn 1, you burn 4. But your finisher's like discard 2, burn 4, and the rest of your deck is like basically laid out for you because you can only play these cards in this deck.
this is Grisaya, right?
This is the new
Phantom Trigger,
the
yeah.
new Grisaya Phantom.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You can only play the Mihaya Academy cards, which are all like I think they're highest rarity cards in uncommon.
Yeah, they're kind of dog.
Isn't level 3 a rare at least?
I highly doubt it, considering it is very bad.
All right. Maybe
Oh.
I think of another card then.
So important note. which creates some weirdness. So this is all traded, all your mystery traded characters to lock it out of being stacked onto the monsters. The Beaufort one is all of your characters, which means this card's actually under spec.
Under-
We got one
under-
right for a change.
Under spec, but overpowered.
Yeah, you'll love to see it. That's how you know it's a Bushy relatable card, because it is those things.
Okay, what the fuck is going on with this?
Last card, bonus round.
This is a bit of a teaser for the next set I'm doing. You want to go ahead and read this one?
If the character facing level higher than 7,500 power, and it is an on-play Chew-2 or Rico or whatever you want to call it, I think this first effect is basically useless unless you're running some other pumpins.
Yep.
Yes.
Because you're just like, it's just a pointless, it's like a comedy effect more than anything.
Yes.
That is correct.
Perfect. That's
It's
what
like,
it's
let's
here
see.
for.
Like, let's see, what can you run over with this? You can run over
An 8K.
Okay, so you can tie the Rushia bomb from Hololive Set 1.
You can run over Miko Assist from Hololive Set 1.
No, that's in the backstage. We could,
I
well, I
know.
know we have grappling hook, but
Oh, wait, yeah.
wait, grappling hook puts this to 10k. Wait a minute.
Wait, yeah, wait. Oh, shit, wait. That's a practical use case.
Oh no, you have a Rem that minuses something 1,000 power.
Wait. Holy shit, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, this effect is actually...
Yeah, when I first saw this card, I was memeing on it. Like, I legitimately told him, like, yeah, you made this as a joke. And he's like, yeah, you made it as a joke. Dear God, wait a minute. This can kill 11 kids. Holy shit, okay.
I don't know,
y'all
bro.
clown on Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
we all
yeah,
do.
of course I do. I would punt that dog over the fence.
Yeah, every time.
Me too. Honestly, me too. I did not think I was going to make a Scrappy custom card, but this will be a teaser for the next set that I do.
Okay. Why on earth did you make a Scrappy Doo card so playable?
It wasn't
Because
supposed
I
to
did
be
not think it
playable
would-
either.
I did not think it would be this playable, to be honest.
Okay,
Oh, God.
you get rid of the first effect entirely. This card is still incredible because vanilla Ricos are just like still great.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Oh, yeah, wait. We've...
Dude, I don't want to play this card. You better print another one on another character.
I might. I haven't decided yet.
Print this as a double
Put it
rare
on
and then
Shaggy.
just-
Just print the Goomy. Can you print the Goomy so this card never has to be played?
What is Gumi again?
If you reveal a level 3 on your Rico effect, it goes to stock.
I don't know. I might do that. The problem with Rico profiles is they're being printed at double R right now, and this next set is going to be really tight on double Rs. But
Oh, true.
I do have something I could do.
Let's
We
cap
want to
this
go to
up.
the final slide. Thanks for
Ta-da.
watching.
So, Volk is not here to plug anything. He doesn't have anything to plug, which works out. Gadget, you got anything to plug right now?
I updated my YouTube channel, so now it actually looks like me. You can find me on Discord if you've got tips or stuff you want to see for more Scooby-Doo content. I don't know.
Scooby-Doo content's crazy.
Yeah, I know what the next set I'm doing is, but after that, everything's still up in the air. I still want to do the Xenoblade Chronicles custom set franchise at some point. We'll see how that pans out. If there's any content I can do on my channel for Weiss, let me know. I'm interested in trying stuff, but just appreciate everybody's time with this one. It took us a long time to get through it all, but this is a set that was really like 2.5 years in the making of testing and trying new things, and even then, it's still not perfect. Just goes to show you the amount of effort they need to put in to make sure your custom set's balanced, because this has gotten a ton of play over the years, and as you saw today, there's still some stuff that's not perfect. So be willing to take feedback, be willing to take criticism, and be willing to come to Jesus with some of the shit that you make. Because
True.
let's be real, just because it's balanced doesn't mean it should be allowed.
Yep. Alright, Blank.
I don't have a YouTube channel started yet, but if y'all want to talk to Weiss, I'm just Blank in the Discord too. Thanks for having me on.
Oh,
I always
and,
like talking about card profiles and stuff.
Great. But remember to subscribe. I forgot to do that call to action today. Mostly because I was just shot. But yeah, subscribe to J3 Puffin for more custom-wise content. And just as always, thanks for having us, and I appreciate you running the show. You're the best.
God, I did not expect for this set to go some of the places it did. I remember going through, like, playing with this a couple of times, like, and just, like, suddenly, like, oh, wait a minute, right? The classic problem of when you're building your own set, you play to your decks, you kind of lock yourself into the archetypes that you were thinking of when you were building the set, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, hold on. You're telling me I could set up, like, a damage scry for 3 play? You're telling me that I can, like, just throw, cancel, burn one? Because I've never gotten to see Malt Shop, and that feels wild with some other stuff. Man, many cards that I had never seen. Several cards that I would absolutely be jamming, and just anything. A couple of profiles I'll probably end up stealing on accident at some point, the same way that I've done with Spyro. Looking at his thing, and at some point, like probably something from Pikmin, just a balanced version shows up somewhere.
Oh, I have a question. After seeing his set, what decks would you want to play?
Very
out of
good
this?
question. I wanna play 8-bag with Malt Shop. I wanna play that for sure. I feel like there's also some messing around with like mixing up climax lineups that I want to try. I feel like I do like bag. Just I want to play the bag level 1 and a couple of things, because I do think that he could also do some work with the magnifying glass Scooby and just have a Shaggy and Scoob deck. That would be fun. I'd probably do want to give the Neg Soul a try. I don't know what width on the lower end exactly, because like 8-bar is an option, but like I don't know if I would want to do 8-bar really. Monster deck is probably something I would prefer to play into than actually play myself. The idea is cool. I do like 8-shot, and I do like that there's a deck that really actually takes advantage of 8-shot. But that could be like the thing that Gadget runs into me whenever we end up playing Scoob on Scoob Violence on a stream or something, or just like any other kind of custom set on custom set Violence. I do need to break out some reviews of some of my own stuff coming up, so I feel like I'm gonna be tapping people to try to come talk to me about some VTubers one way or the other. But yeah, what about you? What's your deck of choice looking at this?
I think the deck I would want to play the most is actually that weird like standby door thing that we BS'd about. I think deck slots would be like a nightmare in that deck, but also like if you could get it to work to where you have the soul brainstorm and the damage scry stuff going off, and then at the end your opponent finally breaks through and hits you to level 3 and you just slam 3 Velmas and you're just like, goodbye deck, and then your opponent's goodbye life. Because with all like the choose your trigger and the rearranging stuff, you're still keeping your stock like super clean, and you make sure you're refreshing really well, so your Velma climax combo is gonna be hitting a lot of climaxes in theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely sounded interesting when you were talking about it. So the list that I've been playing the most was 8 pants and then door pants just to test the mag triggers. Then I switched over to door pants for a little bit as well, just to test the Fred. After kind of going through this, I think standby is probably what I want to try next. Is 8 standby with the damage scry support, just to see how strong it is.
Yeah.
It might need a nerf, it might not. We'll have to see.
All right. Well, that's been the Scooby review. Catch us next time for more custom set reviews.
Scooby-Doo review?
Scooby-Doo review!
Scooby-Doo review.